Good afternoon, everyone. It is my honor to be here and emceeing this great announcement today. I am Adriana LaGrange. I am the MLA for Red Deer North, but also the Minister of Health. And on behalf of Premier Danielle Smith and my colleagues, I'd like to bring greetings, and we have an additional guest with us today other than Minister Ellis and MLA Stephan, who's here with us, and that is Minister Cyril Turton, who's over here to my left, who is the Minister of Children and Family Services, and he was here doing an announcement earlier this morning. So right now, I'm also thrilled to introduce the Deputy Premier and Minister of Public Safety and Emergency Services, Mike Ellis. My colleagues are here to share exciting news about Alberta's commitment to enhancing public safety in Red Deer and Central Alberta. Our government has announced significant investment aimed at bolstering public safety. This initiative, which Minister Ellis is about to announce, reflects our dedication to ensuring that Albertans in Red Deer and the area feel secure and protected in their neighborhoods. And with that, I would like to turn it over to my colleague, Minister Ellis, to make today's important announcement. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, and thank you very much, Minister LaGrange, and certainly all my colleagues that are here, and Mayor, thank you for hosting, and Superintendent, thank you again, sir, for being here. This is our commitment, as the Premier has stated, as I've stated many times before. It is our commitment to do whatever it takes to keep Albertans safe. So good afternoon, everyone. I just, of course, want to begin by acknowledging that, of course, we are gathered today on Treaty 6 and 7 territory, traditional lands of the First Nations and Métis people. And I'm pleased to be joined, of course, by all of my colleagues that I mentioned, and, of course, the Mayor, and the safety of Albertans. So the safety of Albertans and their families remain, of course, a top priority for our government. The residents deserve to feel safe no matter where they live in this province. And this is why Alberta's government has taken action through the Alberta Sheriffs Safer Communities and Neighborhoods Unit. That's, of course, the SCAN teams, as commonly known. Through the SCAN teams, Alberta's government has established another mechanism in fighting crime and keeping unwelcome illegal activity out of Alberta communities. Today, I'm pleased to announce the creation of a new SCAN team of investigators right here in Red Deer to help combat crime throughout central Alberta. SCAN is a term that many Albertans have become very familiar with in recent years. It was created in 2008 to help seek out and stomp out criminal activity plaguing Alberta neighborhoods and residential areas, places where Albertans should never have to worry about their safety and, of course, the safety of their loved ones. They are always meant to augment and support all local police services right throughout the province, and it would be no different as it is here in the Red Deer area. The unit has proven tremendously successful since its inception, investigating almost 10,000 properties associated with drug trafficking, human trafficking, and, of course, other criminal activity. Unfortunately, it's not uncommon for these properties to be situated next to schools and playgrounds, next to homes of law-abiding Albertans as criminals try to hide in plain sight. Again, all places where people need to feel safe. But the reality is that crime knows no boundaries. And today we're reinforcing very clearly that there is no safe haven for criminals in Alberta. You're not welcome here, full stop. And as I have said many times before, Alberta's government will always maintain a zero-tolerance stance towards illegal activity anywhere in our province. The creation of the new SCAN team to serve Red Deer and rural central Alberta reflects that. So currently we have SCAN teams based in Edmonton and Calgary and Lethbridge. And since May of 2024, Alberta's government has publicly announced the closure of 7 problem properties by SCAN, including 3 in Calgary, 2 in Lethbridge, and 1 each in Spruce Grove and Medicine Hat. And we're really excited, certainly over the next few months, if not year, to hear the exciting work and collaboration they'll be working with the local police to close down properties in and around the Red Deer area as well. So those teams, they work to augment and support the local police, as I've mentioned before, properties where criminal activity, of course, are suspected. Now, once that criminal activity has been confirmed, SCAN can then close the property for a period of up to 90 days through a court order, and they use the judicial system to the advantage of the community. And a lot of folks don't know this, but some of these can be very time-consuming for local law enforcement. It doesn't matter if we're talking about in places like Red Deer under RCMP, or if we're talking about Calgary, Edmonton. These are very complex cases that require focus, and that's what these SCAN teams are doing and prepared to do in the Red Deer area. So in some cases, simply knowing that the offenders are under the microscope has been enough to persuade some of these problematic property owners to put a swift halt to their legal activities. But many issues are resolved before they even reach the courts, which is always a good thing. And in any case, the resulting impact of SCAN on Alberta communities is nothing short of profound. I know our investigators on the ground are often met with messages of gratitude and appreciation from residents in nearby properties, and they take the comfort in knowing that their concerns have been heard and acted on. We look forward to now extending that unit's success right here in Red Deer and the central Alberta area to target criminals in the drug houses. Here in Red Deer, there will be a 4-team investigative team, which is very exciting, and I think there's room, according to talking to the superintendent, room for even expansion on that. But initially, it'll be a 4-person team, and they're going to cover the entire central region, spanning from Ponoka to the north and Olds to the south. And the team's operational mandate includes municipalities and rural areas within these boundaries, including the city of Red Deer. In closing, I just want to say how grateful I am for the efforts of the Alberta Sheriffs, once again, for stepping up and providing more boots on the ground where they're needed to continue to augment and support police services right throughout this province, and to our policing partners for their ongoing willingness to collaborate in the interest of public safety. And thank you on behalf of Albertans. And I would now I have Superintendent Mike Letourneau up next to talk. So wonderful. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you again, Minister Ellis. As Minister Ellis mentioned, SCAN has seen some tremendous success over the last number of years, and its expansion is really good news for Albertans. Today, that rings especially true for residents of Central Alberta. Since SCAN was created, we've consistently had more cases to work on than we've had investigators to do that work. Needless to say, that demand has not diminished with time. Previously, if a complaint or a tip came in from Central Region, it was investigated by members of Calgary team or Edmonton team. That meant drawing resources and personnel from areas that were already under strain. Some of that workload has been alleviated with the creation of a new team of investigators in Southern Alberta and Lethbridge last year. That team has been hugely successful in working closely with the Lethbridge Police Service to shut down drug properties and houses and collaborate on many other initiatives. This includes a joint targeted enforcement project between LPS and SCAN South in early October that saw dozens of warrants executed and a significant amount of illicit drugs and substances were seized from Lethbridge streets. That's all in a single day. All in all, Southern Alberta SCAN's team impact over the past 12 months has been astonishing. And that's what we're aiming for here in Central Alberta. Having a team permanently situated in this area will help with the gap that we undoubtedly need filled. This new team will make it easier for us to follow up on those complaints and to conduct investigations throughout the entire Central Region. That includes the city of Red Deer, where the new team will be based, but also all of the communities and the rural areas that surround it. We know rural Alberta in particular is often seen as a less risky place for criminals to carry out their illegal activities. That's simply not the case. SCAN Central will enable us to keep a closer eye on suspicious properties in all of these areas and to initiate the actions needed to close them if necessary. A team of 4 investigators has been stood up and they're ready to start taking on work. They're fully operational. All of the team's members have been through requisite training, complementing their extensive law enforcement backgrounds. They'll work closely with local police and SCAN counterparts in other parts of the province, augmenting the existing network of resources and personnel dedicated to this one cause. In closing, I'd like to thank police services throughout the province and that work closely with our teams to make our communities safe. With the support and collaboration, SCAN has been able to investigate over 10,000 problem properties, a close and close a significant number of them in the process. I also want to acknowledge and thank the Albertans who submit the tips and the complaints, allowing us to initiate these investigations. Together, our work is making a difference, and it's making Alberta communities and neighborhoods safer. Thank you. I'll now invite Mayor Johnston to provide remarks.
Thank you very much, Superintendent. And for those of you that know the mayor's often quoted as saying, "What a great day for Red Deer, what a great day to be a Red Deerian," and this is no different today. Minister Ellis, it's not lost on me that 3 years ago, this very month, you and I, Minister LaGrange, MLA Stephan, and some other folks, some other partners, Burton for sure, gathered at the Red Deer Recovery Center, and we turned the sod, if you will, on a center that's seen transformational change in our city, and in the way that we have chosen to combat the scourge that affects so many Albertans. And so today, I see it, other than we don't have shovels, Minister, we're turning a page on how we address a situation in our community that needs the attention that it does. So I really, really thank you, Minister Ellis, you and your team this morning. Superintendent, great to, I'm not sure if he's down here. Superintendent, great to meet you, your team as well this morning. We look forward to working, with you. So I'll say on behalf of the residents of our city, our gratitude and commendation to the province of Alberta, the government of Alberta, for this SCAN team placement and its continuing efforts to support local communities and enhance public safety. It demonstrates a commitment to fostering a vibrant and sustainable environment in Red Deer, free of problem properties which sell harmful drugs. This team is crucial, and together we can build a brighter future for our city. The larger presence of SCAN in Red Deer will heighten partnerships with police services in the region, educate and build stronger relationships in the community. Pardon me. The addition of a new Sheriff SCAN team will also help complaints coming from Central Alberta and Red Deer get addressed in a timelier manner. Again, I want to thank Minister Ellis and the province for doing whatever it takes to keep all Albertans and the people of Red Deer safe. I really loved it, Minister Ellis. I think we should repeat it again. And if you're dealing drugs in our city, you are not welcome here, full stop. That's a great message for us to take into the streets of our city today. You are not welcome here, full stop. The team will directly hold property owners accountable, stop illegal activities, remove criminals, and prevent new ones from moving in, ensuring the safety of this great city we call home and Central Alberta. It's crystal clear to me and all Red Deerians, frankly. I was going to have some fun today saying if I was a citizen of Red Deer, which I am, duh, and if I was the mayor of Red Deer, which I am, I would be convinced and committed that the province is committed to improving our public safety to make sure residents don't feel unsafe in their own homes. And again, I say thank you for that. I welcome to the podium now MLA Jason Stephan. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mayor Johnston. We have just a fantastic mayor. As I was became aware of this announcement, something I have been blessed to be able to say in the legislature on many occasions is that it's a good day for Red Deer. Today, November 1st, is a great day for Red Deer. I'm really grateful and quite excited actually about this SCAN service, and I'm going to speak a little bit off script from the heart, but I'm going to be very short. I grew up in Red Deer. This is a blessed community. I love this community, as do my colleagues, many families and individuals who call Red Deer home. We have many great competitive advantages. We have a beautiful parks and river trail system. We are centrally located in this beautiful, dynamic Calgary Edmonton Economic Corridor, which is a powerhouse for the entire country. We have a great polytechnic. We have nearby lakes. We have this beautiful West Country. There are just many, many things that make Red Deer a very great place to be. And the reason I'm excited about this scan service is that Red Deer has these great competitive advantages. And what we don't want to see is a few properties, a very few properties sort of tarnish the great environment we have here in Red Deer for starting a business, working, raising families. And I just love the focus of this scan service to make our communities safer and better so that individuals and families that come to Red Deer and call it home, or that it is home, that we can, freely work hard and seek happiness as we individually see fit. And this is just an overall trend in supporting Red Deer become the best that it can be. So we have a wonderful council. We have these wonderful things that have happened to Red Deer. SCAN is a very exciting service, and look forward to seeing great things making our great city even better. Thank you, Minister Ellis, and to the Government of Alberta for this.
This brings us to the question and answer portion of our announcement. We do have some media here in the room. I would just ask you to step to the mic and please state your name and outlet. And if we could just keep the questions on topic, please.
Hi, my name is Ashley. I'm here with RD News Now. I was just wondering if there was a cost associated with this project?
Yes, it's about $600,000. That's specifically for that four-person team that will be devoted here to the Red Deer area.
Okay. Yeah. May I ask a follow-up?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
How does the size of that team compare to, say, Lethbridge's unit? Is 4 people going to be enough? That's just the start? Or?
I'll ask the superintendent to answer that one.
Thank you.
Thank you. So yes, right now, 4 people's fantastic. They're all super experienced officers. They come with extensive police backgrounds. So 4 is enough. We're looking at about 50 calls per year at this point, but you'll see an increase, a tremendous increase, because as they build those relationships, both with the RCMP and members of the community, you will see an increase, and then we hope for expansion as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Let me just supplement. I'm going to supplement because this thing is important. They've only been up and running for a week, and they've already. I won't give any investigative stuff, Superintendent. Don't worry, but they've already been collaboratively working with the local police of jurisdiction. There are a number of houses in and around the area, so there is a lot of work, and of course we'll continue to assess the situation whether more officers are required.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have any more questions from the floor? We don't. I do believe we have. Is there anybody on the line?
Let me just, Arthur, I think it's important. I know there's a lot of news going on all the time, all over the place, but specifically for Red Deer, I think it's important to know how important it is for this community. I think it's important to know that our commitment as the province of Alberta is to do whatever it takes to keep Albertans safe. This is one example of that. Of course, we've invested in the surveillance teams as an example as well, $4.3 million throughout Alberta to, again, augment and support all, especially in the rural areas that are policed by the RCMP, because that's, again, to target more of those problem people, problem community, or problem houses, that example, and surveillance teams work very collaboratively with the scan teams. But don't also forget about our fugitive apprehension teams as well. Our fugitive apprehension teams, we have over 82,000 outstanding warrants in the province of Alberta. That's crazy. It's unacceptable, quite frankly. And we have teams that are deployed out of Calgary and Edmonton that work collaboratively all throughout the province. And, I've just been told here, and I think it's important for everybody to know that since April of 2024, over 360 people have been arrested by these 2 teams. Over 1,900 warrants. That's, again, taking offenders off the street, protecting our community. So I think for people of Red Deer, and again, I get people are busy and there's lots of news going on here, but specifically for the people of Red Deer, they need to know that this government is committed to keeping the community of Red Deer safe, as well as the community of Alberta safe. Thank you.
We do have one late addition to our media line.
Did I talk too much? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Operator, do you mind putting through the reporter, please?
Yes, the question is from Rick Saunders from CBC Radio Calgary. Your line is now open.
Thank you for allowing my call. My first question, and I do have a follow-up to Mr. Ellis. Why is it taking so long, seeing the success elsewhere in the province, to come to Central Alberta?
Well, again, the superintendent can certainly add to this, but I mean, like we're going as fast as we can. To be honest with you, I mean, unfortunately we have offenders that repeat violent criminal offenders that have been allowed through, and this is no secret. I've said this many times before, through the breaking of C-75. That's that federal bill. We're going to do whatever it takes. So, I always ask the police officers in the city, if somebody commits a crime, we ask you to make that arrest. And if the system decides to let that person out, then again, our commitment is to keep Albertans safe, and that's precisely what we're going to do. That's why we put the 50 police officers in Calgary and 50 in Edmonton. I have requests all around the province looking for additional supports. We're doing what we can to, again, augment and support. We've had requests from the Lethbridge area. Lethbridge certainly had some priority properties, and of course, taking the advice from the folks within the Sheriff's branch. They, of course, indicated that that was a place where we needed to go past Calgary and Edmonton. And then, of course, next on the list was Red Deer. And so we're very excited about this. And the Sheriffs are continuing to assess and working with all police services in the province of Alberta to see where the next step is going to be. And we're going to continue to build this out as long as quite frankly, as long as there is a need. And again, to do whatever it takes to keep Albertans safe. Anything you want to add? Or?
Can you go ahead with your follow-up, sir?
If I could, the only consistency that I see, because we have seen scan drug houses close down in Lethbridge and Medicine Hat, Calgary, and Edmonton, is the change in the police force. Is there a lack of cooperation or continuity when it comes to those areas policed by the RCMP?
No, again, the sheriffs have been working very collaboratively with the RCMP just to understand that there's always been a presence of scan in the Red Deer area. They were just being deployed out of either Calgary or Edmonton. What this is to literally have a 4-person team who will reside in the Red Deer area, be deployed out of the Red Deer area, and work again very collaboratively with the police of jurisdiction, again, to be even more responsive than they currently are.
Do we have any more reporters on the line? Thank you, everyone, for coming. This concludes our announcement for today.
Thanks, everybody.